Hello there, and welcome to our story tonight of the Perfectly Imperfect Vase, your journey into wellness. This is your time to unwind and to let go of the day that is past, and to invite the soft, soothing embrace of sleep to gently carry you away. Wherever you are right now, let yourself settle into comfort. Find a position that feels just right. Whether you're nestled in the warmth of your bed or resting somewhere soft and still, feel the surface beneath you, holding and supporting you, as if it were cradling you in a perfect peace. And now, take a breath in, slowly, deeply, filling your lungs with calm and ease. And as you exhale, let everything begin to soften. The muscles in your body, the thoughts in your mind, just let them melt away, drifting like a feather floating down, lighter and lighter, softer and softer. Inhale again, slowly, gently, and as you do, imagine breathing in relaxation, breathing in stillness. And as you exhale, imagine all the tension leaving your body. Let it flow out like a stream, carrying with it any worries or stresses of the day. Just breathe slowly, naturally, allowing the rhythm of your breath to guide you, to center you. And now, I'd like you to bring your attention to your feet. Notice how they feel. Perhaps a slight sensation, or maybe none at all. Imagine a wave of relaxation starting at your toes. Feel it gently flowing, wrapping your feet in warmth, as if you've dipped them into a calm, soothing stream. Let that wave of relaxation begin to travel upwards now, through your ankles, your calves, slowly softening, releasing, and unwinding every muscle it touches. Feel your legs becoming heavy, warm, and completely at ease. As the wave continues, let it move into your thighs, loosening every bit of tension, washing over you with serenity. Then feel it flow into your hips, your lower back, gently releasing all tightness, leaving only a sensation of weightlessness and peace behind. And now, let that wave travel up your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly, gently, melting away any remaining tension, like a beautiful, soothing massage. Feel it spreading into your stomach and chest, soothing and calming as it moves. Notice your breath becoming even slower, even deeper, as if each inhale brings you more peace, and each exhale releases anything you no longer need. Let that wave flow into your shoulders now, letting them drop and relax completely. Feel it spreading down your arms, into your elbows, your wrists, and all the way to the tips of your fingers. Your arms are growing heavier, more relaxed, and completely still. And now, let the relaxation flow up your neck, through your jaw, your cheeks, your temples. Let it smooth away any tension in your forehead, softening your eyelids and relaxing all the tiny muscles around your eyes. Feel that wave reaching the very top of your head, where it gently washes away the last remnants of tension. Your entire body now feels so soft, so heavy, so still. Every muscle, every part of you has completely let go. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. This is your time to rest, to sink deeper into comfort. And as your body rests, I'd like to invite your mind to wander, to imagine a soft, quiet place. Perhaps it's a field of tall grass, swaying in a gentle breeze, or a quiet beach where the waves lap at the shore, or maybe a peaceful forest where the trees whisper softly to one another. Whatever place feels right for you, let yourself go there now. See it, feel it, let it surround you. Notice how safe it feels here, how calm, how quiet. Everything about this place invites you to let go, to relax even deeper. With each breath, you sink further into this peaceful scene, letting it carry you, letting it hold you. And as you rest here, I'll count down slowly from 10 to 1. With each number, you'll feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into this soft, quiet place, closer and closer to the edge of deep, restorative sleep. 10, feeling calm, at ease, so very relaxed. 9, softer now, letting go of anything you're still holding on to. 8, sinking deeper, feeling heavier and lighter all at once. 7, so peaceful now, as if the world is gently fading away. 6, deeper still, as if you're floating in a warm, soothing current. 5, halfway there, each breath carrying you closer to sleep. 4, softer, quieter, drifting like a cloud on a wide open sky. 3, almost there. The calm grows deeper with each passing moment. 2, so safe, so peaceful, so ready for rest. 1, and now, letting go completely, surrendering to the stillness of sleep. Let yourself drift now, deeper and deeper. There's nothing else to do, no thoughts to think, no worries to hold. Sleep is here, ready to embrace you. Rest deeply, peacefully, and allow your dreams to carry you away. Good night, and enjoy the story. Tonight, as you settle even further into comfort, let yourself drift. This is your time to relax, to unwind, and to simply listen to a story that carries within it a quiet truth, one that you may already know somewhere deep inside. You don't need to try to remember the words or even pay close attention. Just let them flow like a soft breeze through an open window, carrying with it what you need in just the right way. This story is about a potter and a vase. Perhaps it's also about you. As the words unfold, you might notice memories, thoughts, or feelings rising to the surface, and that's okay. Everything you notice, everything you feel, is just a part of your own unique journey tonight. The story begins in a small village, nestled at the foot of a great mountain. In this village lived an old potter named Eliza. He was known far and wide for his skill with clay. People said his hands were magical, that they could shape the earth into works of art, so beautiful they seemed to come alive. His workshop was filled with pots, bowls, and vases of every shape and size, each one carefully crafted, each one unique. Eliza had spent his entire life perfecting his craft. From the time he was a boy, he had studied the art of pottery, learning how to shape the clay just so, how to fire it at just the right temperature, how to glaze it with colors that shimmered like sunlight on the water. He had learned to listen to the clay, to feel its desires, to work with it rather than against it. And yet, even after all these years, there was one thing he had never done. He had never created the perfect vase. Ah, the perfect vase. It was an idea that lived in Eliza's mind for as long as he could remember. A vision of flawless symmetry, of colors so vibrant they seemed to dance in the light, of a surface so smooth it felt like silk under your fingers. Elias had spent decades chasing his dreams, always striving, always trying, but no matter how skilled he became, perfection remained just out of his reach. One day, Elias decided it was time. He would create the perfect vase, no matter how long it took. He cleared his schedule, he closed his shop, and he dedicated himself entirely to this task. He began with the clay. He searched the riverbanks for days, feeling the earth beneath his hands, until he found the finest, purest clay he had ever seen. He brought it back to his workshop and began to work. And as his hands shaped the clay on the wheel, it seemed to respond to his every thought, rising and curving into the form he envisioned. He worked for hours, smoothing every line, adjusting every angle, until the vase stood before him, a thing of beauty, glowing in the soft light of his workshop. But Eliza wasn't satisfied. Not yet, he said to himself. It's not perfect yet. So he worked some more, refining, adjusting, correcting. And when the vase was as perfect as his hands could make it, he carefully placed it in the kiln to fire. The kiln burned hot, and Eliza watched anxiously, his heart pounding as the flames licked at the clay. When the firing was complete, he opened the kiln's door and carefully removed the vase. Its surface gleamed, its curves flawless. But as he turned it in his hands, his heart sank. There, on one side, was a small crack, running from the lip of the vase down to its base. It was barely noticeable, but to Elias, it might as well been a gaping hole. He sighed and set the vase aside. Not good enough, he muttered. I'll try again. And so he did. Again and again, Elias worked. He shaped, he fired, he glazed. And again, something went wrong. A crack here, a blemish there. No matter what he did, no matter how hard he tried, perfection eluded him. As the weeks turned into months, Elias grew weary. His hands ached, his eyes were tired, and his heart felt heavy. Why, he wondered, why can't I make it perfect? One evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, Elias stepped outside to clear his mind. The sun was painted in hues of orange and pink, and the air was warm and still. He walked along the riverbank, the sound of the water soothing his troubled thoughts. And as he walked, he noticed something glittering in the sand. Curious, he bent down and picked it up. It was a shard of broken pottery, worn smooth by the river's flow. The glaze, though faded, still shimmered faintly in the fading light. Elias turned the shard over in his hands, studying it. It was imperfect, broken, incomplete, and yet there was something about it, something beautiful. The way the light danced on its surface, the way the river had softened its edges, the way its imperfections told a story of time and transformation. In that moment, something shifted in Elias's heart. He realized that he had been chasing an illusion. Perfection, he saw now, was not a destination, but a mirage, a thing that recedes the closer you come to it. He returned to his workshop with new eyes. He looked around at the vases and pots that lined his shelves, noticing their quirks and flaws. A slightly crooked handle on a mug, the tiny bubble in the glaze of a bowl, the uneven rim of a jar. And instead of seeing mistakes, he saw beauty. He saw character. He saw life. The next morning, Elias returned to his wheel. He took a lump of clay and began to shape it, not with the goal of perfection, but with the intention of creation. He let his hands move freely, feeling the clay guide him, letting it take its own form. When the vase was finished, he fired it in the kiln, and when it emerged, he noticed a small crack along the side. But this time, instead of discarding it, he took gold, a liquid, shimmering gold, and filled the crack. The technique was called kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, honoring the imperfections rather than hiding them. The crack, once a flaw, now gleamed like a river of light, transforming the vase into something unique, something whole. Elias placed the vase on his shelf, and then he stepped back to admire it. He smiled. It wasn't perfect. It was better than perfect. It was real. And as the days passed, Elias found a new joy in his work. He no longer chased perfection, but embraced the imperfections, knowing that they were what made each piece special. And in doing so, he discovered something even more profound. He began to embrace his own imperfections as well. He saw the beauty in his own humanity, in his flaws and his quirks, in the cracks that told the story of his life. And so, the old potter found a happiness he'd never known, a happiness that came not from striving, but from accepting, from creating, from simply being. And now, as you rest here, I wonder if you can imagine your own vase. Perhaps it's already formed in your mind, or perhaps it's still taking shape. And as you think about it, perhaps you can see how its cracks and flaws make it uniquely yours, how its imperfections tell the story of your life, because you, too, are like that vase, not perfect, but whole, not flawless, but beautiful in your own way. And as you drift into sleep, you might begin to feel a sense of acceptance growing within you, a quiet knowing that it's okay to be imperfect, that it's okay to be you, because in your imperfections lies your strength, your beauty, your humanity. And in the morning, when you wake, perhaps you'll carry that truth with you, feeling just a little lighter, just a little freer, knowing that you are perfectly imperfect, just as you are.